The Prentice Alsop Heating and Air Coaches Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's Murfreesboro on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and streaming at WGNSSports.com.
And we welcome Coach of Eagleville, Chris Lynch, with us today here on the Prentice Alsop Heating and Air Coaches Corner. Chris, how are you this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Just fine. I want to tell you, I don't know, when I look at the standings of the district and I look and see the boys undefeated and you guys undefeated, it's a pretty exciting time for Eagleville basketball.
It really is. Anytime you can finish first in the regular season, you know, it gets you a great seed, and then the records kind of start over at 0, so then it's like on to Chapter 2. So you celebrate that for a minute and get busy again.
Let me kind of, because I've been with you for a lot of these games early in the year, and I know you've played a lot of girls, and that's really kind of seemed to pay off for you as we progress on to the season. You're not afraid to put anybody in at any time, really.
I'm not. You know, we had some terrible injuries this year, and like you said, we've been playing a lot of girls, and it has paid off. And, you know, kind of the next man up mentality. We had Allie Grace Jackson tore her ACL and during practice, and she was starting. She led us in minutes, and so that was hard to replace. And then Cheyenne Cook came in, and she started playing very good, and she fell and hurt her knee. We thought it was a torn ACL, but it's not. But she has a fracture, and so she's out. And then, and she was starting, so had to replace another starter. And then MC Witt came up with a foot ankle injury and was in a boot for about a week. So she was leading us in points and rebounding. And you know, Amory Oliver, she came in and was playing in her spot some, and, you know, and that was just the starter. When you talk about the starters, it's almost, you know, we're playing 10, 11, 12, 13 girls a night sometimes. So, you know, that's a luxury to have.
It's really, too, it's kind of like you shouldn't get too disappointed if you're not starting, because you're going to play. I mean, you're going to have some minutes, and some of them have really responded for you. Now, I haven't been with you in the much of the district race, but you guys have done what you needed to do in district play, right?
We have, and we know we had a couple of close games. We went to Culleoka, and there was 70 combined free throws. I'll ask coaches, I want you to shoot high and tell me how many free throws you think is a lot of free throws for one game combined with both teams. And they usually start at 40. I'm like, no, more. And they'll go 50, 60. I'm like, no, 70. And that was a regulation game. It wasn't even an overtime game. They had 4 girls foul out. We had 2 foul out. We had 2 with 4. The coach, we usually send each other the films. We'll record it and send it to each other. She said, I'm going to have to go back and redo the timing because I didn't have it timed long enough, so I missed the fourth quarter. And I'm like, well, I understand.
I want to talk. I've got to ask about this game. You won 90-29, and this is in a district tournament. And you had to travel to Culleoka, which is not that's not the greatest drive in the world. About an hour, I guess, to get there. And
it seems like 2.
Yeah, it does. And you put 90 up, and Chris, to me, that's difficult in a boys' game for somebody to put 90 up, and you guys did it, and you've been scoring quite a bit. But I think some of that credit probably goes to your defense, because I know you've been getting a lot of freebies to play that good defense and make a few steals too.
We did, and we played really well that night, and they were coming off a win over Hampshire, so we were ready for the game, and I thought the girls played really good. We never pressed and we never trapped. Everybody on the team but one scored. Everybody played. We had 5 in double figures, 1 with 9, and we just played really well that game, and I was really proud of the girls. We were 84 going into the fourth quarter, and when you shoot it really well, and like you said, we got some steals and layups, and the points pile up pretty quick.
Now let's see. You're going to be playing Monday, correct? And
Correct.
I had my bracket right with me, but you tell me, okay? Because I know it's either
Culleoka versus Santa Fe at 7:30 for the district championship.
Now, which I would think Culleoka, they kind of gave you a game the last time you played them. What do you expect out of them, and what do you expect out of Santa Fe? Because you played them, at least twice.
Yeah, we played Santa Fe, and we played them just a couple of weeks ago. It was the last game of the season because it was during the snow. So we just made it up last Saturday, and that was a close game most of the game, and we pulled out to win by 18, but that was late in the fourth quarter. So Santa Fe beat Culleoka in a close game the other night, so we got Santa Fe in the championship game, and it'll be a tough game. They have some good shooters. They shot it really well at our gym. They'll shoot it from really deep. They shoot a bunch of threes, and they have a little more depth in Culleoka, which helps out. Mm-hmm. And we've had some young girls playing really well for us. And the other night we got led in scoring we moved up. Cam Linton, she led us in scoring with 20, and Alex Bolden had 15 the other night. And the thing about Alex, when she has 15, she has a bunch of assists too. She had a bunch of steals. She had a great game.
As she goes, so goes Eagleville, and I think that's a freshman and an eighth grader. You got to be tickled with how everything's transpired. I mean, overall this year, I know the injuries have been rough, and you've had to play different combinations. I think really, Chris, it's combinations too. That's what you've had to work on. What combination, works the best together at a certain time, right?
That's right. And, also the other night we had Jovi McCall, freshman. She had 12. MC Witt, senior, had 10. Emery Oliver had 9. And 4 of those 5 are either 8th graders or 9th graders. Mm-hmm. And,
I think, what do you have? Only about 3 or 4 seniors anyway, don't you? Is it 2 or 3?
2.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Mallory Lawyer and MC Witt. And they're both playing well. And I think the freshmen come in and 8th grader come in and, really, like you said, compliment them. And, we've just got, when I talked to Santa Fe's coach, when I played him the first time, he said, y'all are really hard to scout because you play about 12 girls. And I said, I'd never really thought about that part of it as far as the opposing coach. But, it's nice to see the different lineups. And we've been, working, like you said, see who plays really good together and all of those things. So.
But that was kind of your intentions anyway, wasn't it? I think you maintained early that you were going to play a lot of girls. I mean,
I did. We started, the year with 14, and I've had several injuries, and we brought up 2 8th graders, and we just and that was just a couple of weeks ago. So that's been, a little challenge to see, where they fit in the mix, and it's been fun. It's been challenging. It's it's been something different than I've been used to in a while. The last 8th grader that came up that played a lot was Brinley Bain, who is absolutely tearing up the SEC in softball.
Boy, isn't that the truth?
She is playing unbelievable. She's leading the team in on-base percentage. And
it's not really surprising, though, is it, really? I mean, the kind of makeup she has.
At all.
Yeah.
Her work ethic is unbelievable, and, I'm really proud of her.
And she could have played basketball somewhere, too. I mean, really. I mean, don't you think?
She could have. She came up as an 8th grader and never started. She played the last 5 games with us and led us in scoring.
Yeah.
So, and that was on a pretty good team.
That Eagleville tradition, I know you got to be thrilled with the district record. Now you've got to go win a championship and then head for the region. And I know it gets tougher as you go, but I don't know. With all these young girls, it may be a situation where, what do you got to lose? Let's go. The pressure's off.
Yeah, and we're going to play either Fayetteville City or Moore County in the first round of the region, and that'll be at home because we're one of the top 2 seeds. So now our focus is on just let's win a district championship, and then we'll redirect our focus onto the region. So the girls are excited. I feel like they're playing hard and they're hungry. So.
Well, first things first, I guess, Monday night, right?
That's right.
And to try to get a big entourage out to Culleoka and finish that and get ready for the region. Chris, somebody told me, I'm not going to tell you who told me this. He said, this may be one of your best coaching jobs, and I couldn't disagree. But I did say, he's played a lot of them. I mean, he's been through the highs and the lows of a season, and I don't think anybody can compare what you've been through. So, because you've had some ugly losses, but you've had some great wins, and it's kind of a part of maturing of these girls, I think.
It is, and that was kind of the plan on playing a lot of girls and saying that we play a lot. There's some girls that are really doing good in practice, and then they started doing really good in JV games, and then you get in the varsity game, and it's a little bit different.
Right.
But we have those girls that are right on the edge of just being, I really love their progress, and so and practices are fun because they're competitive. So it's been fun.
Well, good luck the rest of the way, and I'm glad I finally got to talk to you, and appreciate what you did for my granddaughter, and I don't expect you to be at the hospital for the surgery, though. You're okay. All right. We're not blaming you. Okay. Chris Lynch, the head coach of the Eagleville Eagles, and having a great year, undefeated in district, and they've got the championship game coming up on Monday. And that's going to do it for this portion of the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Corner. And we'll be back. We're going to be talking, it's Cougar Corner time, I believe. Thank you.